Ta-da! Hello! So, I've actually got two things to show you. Technically they're one. But they're both ancient. Okay, maybe not that old. They're antiques though. So I've got two cameras that I want to share with you today. They're both a Kodak Vigilant they were produced from, I want to say 1940-ish, 1949-ish. So they're in the 40s. I love 40s stuffs. And one of them, they're both the Vigilant 620, but one is a junior and the other is a senior. And I've looked through YouTube and I haven't seen very many comparisons between these two cameras myself. And since I have them both now, I wanted to go ahead and make a video trying to differentiate them, show you what's the same, show you what's different. Because I love these cameras so much, they're freaking amazing, I swear. Oh my god, I love them. So first, we will start off with the baby one, the junior. So, this is the Kodak Junior. Okay, well it's closed right now. Shush. From the outside, you will see you have one button here. That is to open up the camera itself. Let's see if I can do this now. Boop. Come on. I can. Oh. But you only have one button, as you see. You have your film advancer, couldn't think for a second. Spinny spin. And on the back, that's your little peephole to see which exposure you're on. And you can only have it open as you're winding it. I can't do this. I am so sorry. There's a red lens there behind it, and you'll see a number pretty much showing you the exposure you are on. Anyways, with this one, you have a little tiny finder here. You look down it pretty much. Try to see in the mirror that's inside of there. And boop. Yes. To open it, honestly it's going to be way easier to do that on the senior, so I'm going to wait till the senior. It's pretty much the same inside though, so don't worry. Now if you wanted to shoot it like this rather than like this, you can spin your little tiny mirror like so, if you can see that. Or you could just, I am sorry, pop. I am so sorry. I'm struggling. There we go. Pop that up. And you have a viewfinder. I mean, there's no glass in it though. It's hollow. But, yay. Let me click. Steady click. Ha. Now, since we have it open, I will show you the options on the lens. Here you have, I actually never understand what I stood for. I, which is just instant, I suppose. Boop. You have bulb, if I can get it on bulb, which is where you hold it and then release. Then you have time, which is you just click it. It'll stay open for as long as you want. Click it again. Over here you have your aperture. Surprisingly, yes, there are apertures on this. You have from 12.5 all the way up to 32 on this one. And it does work, but you probably don't see it at all. I cannot tell, to be honest with you. My pobsies and the waysies. So that's pretty simplistic, bare bone, easy to do. I mean, let me close this so I don't accidentally fumble it and break it. I mean, you just have to know how long you need it open for the exposure time and the aperture you will need. But it's a pretty high aperture at a 12.5, so really it's just good for daylight, because at like this it's probably going to be too dark for it unless I do a long exposure, which by then, hand holding it, I'm not very good at that. So yeah, there's that. I will set this aside for now. I'll bring it back. I'm cutting off my ears again. So, we will put you down. I am living in a disaster right now. Please don't mind me. This is the senior. The senior was meant for an older audience, or more professional, if you will. More... They're veterans at photography, okay? We'll do that. So here, we will start... Okay, this one's a little broken right now, but I'm gonna fix it. It does not latch. So, shush. But here at the top you will see your advancing knob for your film. That's what I call it. Shush. You have your button to open it and close it, because you do need to press that again to close it. And then over here, oh, what's this? You have another one. Now on for your shutter. You don't have the thing on the front to do it. So the advancing knob is, yeah, a little bit different, I will admit. Why is my focus at the top of the camera? You know what, whatever. This is going to be out of focus, I don't care anymore. Ha! Ooh, careful me. Anyways, we will go ahead and pop up our front. Now this one does have glass in it, which threw me off for a second. But if you look on the back, you will see that there's numbers and a little dial. I haven't seen the difference myself yet, but I haven't been outside and tried it. But you can change it, the focus on here, that'll match up with the lens. Since we are on the topic of lens, let's go and open her up now, yeah? Yeah. Ta-da! Ha! So, anyways, you will notice that your little shutter button has raised up a little bit, and you can now actually press it down. But it's not doing anything, is it? No. What you have to do before you take your picture is you got a little tiny doodad here. I'm gonna call it a doodad. I don't know proper terms. Shut up. Don't judge me. I judge me. I can judge myself, and I'm doing it so badly right now. Anyways, that's besides the point. You have to bring that down to pretty much prep it for your picture. Take aim and click. As you heard, it clicked, but you have to advance it or prep it every time. Blah blah blah, can't speak. Hello. Before you can take your picture. This one as well has a little mirror that you can move to look down, pretty much get your picture, kind of like your old-timey viewfinder. Now let's go and take a look at the front of this, where all the magic is happening. Woo, magic. Anyways, if you can see this, I hope to golly gosh you can. You will see that you have kind of like, hold on, I can't even see what I'm pointing at now. You have a little arrow here, and down here you have a red one, if you can see that. So for those, that's your shutter speed on it. You can actually change your shutter speed rather than having, let me close this up, same thing, rather than just having one shutter speed like the Junior. So that's one difference on this one now, is you can change your shutter speed, which is really cool in my opinion. I mean, there's no battery in this, it's all mechanical, and you can change your shutter speed. On this one, you have an aperture starting at, my apologies, I know it, but I can't think right now, 4.5. The other one was 12.5. That's a huge difference, a lot more light coming through. So you could probably take a good picture in here at a fast shutter speed, not too fast though. And it goes all the way to 32, which is more than this one, which means if it's the brightest of the brightest day out, and for some odd reason you also have a spotlight shining on that person, I don't know why you're doing that, don't do that, you can have it pretty much take a good picture of them still. And another thing is, you also have a little self-timer. Now this one does not work properly, so I'm not going to do it. I needed to get it fixed. Like I said, I bought it, and just came in last night. I don't think I said that actually. Yeah, I bought this and it just came in last night, so I'm doing stuff on it now already because I'm some sort of expert. I'm not. But anyways, this little doodad here is your self-timer. Before you prep it, you would bring this back, prep it, and then when you take your picture, you'll hear, like, you know those old wind-up toys, you wind it, and then let it go, and you hear like a clicking whine noise almost. Yeah, it'll do that, and then snap your picture for you. Handy when it's working. Mine's not working, but it works sometimes, but not all the time, so I'm not going to rely on it. So yes. But anyways, that's that. As you'll see here, there's also numbers on the lens itself. You have to focus it. And like I said, when you're looking through the glass up here, you can match the numbers up here for the number on here for your focus. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it that I've noticed as the difference so far. Another thing, this one's open so I can show you the little red window. That little red window, when you have film going through it, you will see a number through it. That's how you know what exposure you're on. Hey, thinking ahead. But you have to close it because you don't want to let too much light in. That's why it's a tinted dark red. So that way it's not letting too much light in, ruin your exposure. And then, well, oops. So, oh, one thing I left out. I am so sorry. I don't think I can get this. Hold on. Gucci Gucci Goo camera. I am tickling my camera. Don't mind me. I do what I please. One moment please, por favor. Uno momento. Please stand by. As you heard, there was a click. That little Kodak is now down. Wow! It pretty much acts as a leveling stand, so you can set it on a flat platform and it'll just stand up for you. It won't be downwards to where you'll get most of the floor as your shot or whatever the heck you're doing. So it'll level itself out. It's set up that way to where it's perfectly level. Hand motion side, I don't understand. Wiki wiki whack. I'm a DJ. Fear me. But yeah, the Junior as well has that. I just forgot to show it to you. I'm sorry. I just realized I forgot to turn my fan off too. Oops. You'll probably be hearing clickety click clacks and whirls and you know. But that's pretty much the main differences that I have seen myself so far, is that you have a lot more options with the Senior over the Junior. And you also have a shutter button rather than having to go to the front and flick it pretty much. But there is that downside to where you can't just instantly press it. You have to be sure you have it prepped first and then press it for your picture. That is the downside to it. So we will bring little baby Junior back up. Boop. And you will be able to see them, hopefully. I don't know. I have googly eyes. Woo. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. What am I doing with my life? Please tell me. But anyways, yeah, for the most part, they're pretty identical. But as well not to the trained eye who knows what they're looking at. Because again, the advanced wheel is different. You got two buttons on the top now, one to open, one to close, which I will show you because it's a little bit on the trickier side. I mean, not tricky, you'll get it. But at first you'll be like, why won't it press? If you were like me, that is, and a derp. So rather than just pressing it, it'll be a hard press, but there, see, it did work. Easier way, slightly tug down, press, and gently, won't close. Reason for that is your little viewfinder, if you want to call it that, has to be upright like that for portrait mode. That's it. Couldn't think. Ha! And now, just like magic, until you hear click. That's how you know it's closed all the way. And that's pretty much how you do that one. Well, both of them. That is the Vigilant, which I instantly fell in love with when I got this first. And I wanted the Senior because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can change the shutter speed. I can focus it. I can do so much with it. Now the only issue with the Vigilance is, since it is a 620 film, they don't produce that at all anymore. It's not like Polaroid where they brought it back to life. It's still dead. It's in its grave. Buried deep. What you have to do is buy what's called, well, not what's called, but it's 120 film rather than 620. What you will do is either buy spacers for the spool, which I am not doing, or you could respool it onto pre-existing spools that you have already, which I have 3, because one has 2 and one has 1. Ha! Take that, society. But it is considered a medium platform, which is way bigger than a 35mm. Obviously. So what I will do with this one, since I can't do it with the other one so easily, is open her up. I think it actually looks pretty cool on the inside, honestly. You have the side that puts pressure on the film to make sure it's sitting flush, rather than having a fold or a slight bend to it, which would warp the photo. It also tells you what film to get. Don't listen to it, it lies. You can't do it. I tried. And over here you'll see the spool that I was talking about. I didn't take it out yet. I didn't take any of them out. When you open it, boop. Like I said, this one does not lock, so don't judge. It looks pretty cool. Now a good way to check to make sure your camera is operational, if you don't know, is have it open up your back, and you'll hold it up to a light. And pretty much cover this. You'll hold this side up to a light, cover this up and look through it. And look for any light coming through the baffles or the accordion piece. That piece. That's how you can tell if you're going to be able to use it, first of all, to where you won't ruin your exposure right away. Then the next thing is pretty much, if you're buying it at a thrift store, that is, it's a lot easier to do it that way. I bought this one online, so I couldn't do that. Oops. Big oops. Now the next thing you'll want to do, once you see that it's good and won't let any light through, or if it doesn't look too major, you could probably patch it up yourself if you're careful with it. You want to check your shutter. Make sure your shutter works. Try out all, if it's a junior, try the 3 options. If it's a senior, check and just run through all the speeds, make sure it works, functions right. And then check your aperture. Make sure your aperture actually adjusts. Adjusts. Ha! Ha! Yes, I know my English. But those are the main things that I look for. After that, it's pretty much just cosmetics. You want to clean this up, which there's 2 tiny baby little screws to take out. Take a Q-tip, some alcohol, blah blah blah, swab it out. With a junior, I haven't figured out how to take the lens out yet, but with a senior, what you do is when it's closed, I'm not opening it again. When it's closed, on the back of the lens, you'll see that it looks like it's threaded. Well, it is threaded. Just gently unthread it, and then do it. Take your don't do it. No, not like that. No, bad. Don't do that. You'll ruin it. Anyways, before I get too off topic like that, Gus, dear loudies, take your Q-tip again, dip it in a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, not just regular alcohol. Don't drink while you do this. I don't drink, I swear. And don't get it soaked, just damp enough, and then, you know, woo, clean it out pretty much. So that's pretty much it. I still need to clean this one out because in my opinion it's still too dirty, but I do want to use it soon, eventually. So that's pretty much it with the Kodak Vigilants, Junior and Senior. Boop. I am very pleased with my purchases. They are easy to come by, but hard to come by in an operational condition. You can find them everywhere. Let's talk pricing real quick. Don't pay $100 for it. Just don't. I've seen them where people are charging $100 on them. It's like, why? The highest price for something pristine that functions, $50 is probably the highest price you'll want to go. They're asking more than that, they're insane. I've seen people selling ones where the accordion piece is shredded, won't fold. Of course the shutter won't work. Everything's gunked up. They were asking for $60. I'm like, people are gonna buy that. People are gonna spend their money on that just to look at it and not be able to use it. It's not my money. Whatever. Go for it. But anyways, that's pretty much what I wanted to go through on it. I can't do a complete review because I haven't shot with them yet. When I do shoot with them, I will try to do a video where I'll try to post the pictures online. I'll try to edit the pictures in, because I really do want to shoot with it, I swear. They're beautiful cameras. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've got to say about them. I instantly fell in love. Now if you want me to do a video on Polaroids, leave a comment. I hate to be that person that says that, but leave a comment if you want me to do a video on Polaroids. Because dear God, I got 5 Polaroids. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Oh man. Yeah, I've got... Is it? On the Quoi? Maybe it's 4 Polaroids. Maybe I exaggerated by 1. But yeah, that's besides the point. If you want me to do a video on Polaroids next, go ahead and tell me so. Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. I don't care. Just, watch my videos. I'm lonely. It's lonely puppers. And I'm cutting off my ears again because I don't know how to frame myself. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I'm getting off topic now. Oops. So with that note, au revoir. Adios, serenata, bon voyage, hasta la vista, baby. Arnold Schwarzenegger, my dream boat. Back in the day when he was in like Terminator 1 and 2, you know. Now he's a little bit more on the flabby side, but he is still fun to listen to. I love his accent. I can't do his accent. I'm bad at that accent. That could be a video for another day. If you want to know about that, well, let me know. Random accents while playing video games. Ha! That's a funny one. Oh, boy is that a funny one. Let me tell ya. But anyways, as I was saying before Arnold Schwarzenegger took me off topic, aloha, and farewell, so long, adieu. Bye.